And said, the issue I face with him is he never liked the fact that I had a lot of light in me, which is why when I would interact with people and do something good for people, it would turn right against me. I remember one time when I was at a strip club doing an investigation. You know, I was trying to find somebody there. I remember they had a Hispanic dude that was calling himself hitting on me. We know how I feel about them wetbags. And as soon as I let him back into my consciousness, I was about to get into a near fight. And I was ready to be about it. Like I say, I'm a weightlifter. I was able to pick up 50 pounds the other day in terms of weight. So I don't play around when it comes down to working out. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't do none of that. These fucking idiots over here, I don't have a good vibe about them. With that being said, you know, I'm very, very healthy. As a matter of fact, one of the ingredients in Florida water is Ngoli, which is very, very good for the spirit. With that being said, he wanted to condemn me, a good-hearted soul. He even tried to take out a part of my conscience, which is actually lodged in your heart chakra, so that I'll be dead inside and not be a good person like I am, and be warm-hearted and have a soul. When you've been divested of your astral body parts, like I, to the extent in which I have, you're going to feel very intranquil and almost dead, but I don't allow that. But with that being said, the other night, seeing our heart chakra lies different entities who control it, and our connections to those different entities. With that being said, I was going to go, my heart chakra was going to get attached to Celia Cruz, who's Cuban. But they rely on the powers of the Orishas to be able to get things done, as well as voodoo loas, which is not good. I was saying before in the spirit plane, we all have different heart chakras. And mine's for a long time was Mexican. And the Mexican heart chakra is, they don't act unless they get emotional. The African heart chakra, which I partially have because of my physical body, is brave. That's the heart chakra of the African. We are the biggest people on the planet. Again, it was nothing for me to be able to pick up that 50-pound dumbbell. And I haven't worked out like that in a minute. There was a time where I was able to pick up 100 pounds in terms of dumbbells. And y'all remember how big I was back then. Because of this insidious curse, I started getting back into the spirit of working out, because it helps feed your soul and your spirit. And it helps put you back together. With that being said, she started, and she was very sincere, relying on the powers of the Orishas and the voodoo loas to be able to put me back, which was a big mistake, because Baron Samedi played shade and fraud on her and basically sold my heart chakra and all of that to them wetbacks and to them crackers, really going back to that August 22nd, 2022 timeline, who put me under that heavy-ass curse. Had it reincarnated and everything by putting that vicious entity attachment, Dan Areola, on me and attaching it to that child. Me and the Ars Goetia demons, they were actually going in there. I kept playing meditations for Bune, meditations for Melphas, meditations for Clawneck to be able to get this shit off. And Clawneck also is very, very instrumental with money. And he was trying his best to open up them blockages. And I'm going to say this right now. It was Baron Samedi, Billy Baille, who brought Alex Nascimento in. So they took my consciousness, gave it to these wetbag bitches here. And tried to set it up so I couldn't get my shit back and I stay under heavy curses and I stay out that timeline. Again, there's nothing in my soul contract that states that this nigga could do this. That he's allowed to do this to somebody. You know, even Satan himself, who allowed me to be on Rock of Love with Bret Michaels, who allowed me to be on game show networks without prejudice. He's the motherfucker to go to if you're having problems getting on with something. He will protect you because Satan is in charge of the primordial darkness. He set it up so that I can be on reality TV and get some of my blessings that Baron Samedi, aka Billy Baille, were hindering me from getting. Again, we all have entity attachments of the Ars Goetia and of Satan and of Zenu, who looks a lot like Awaz here, this entity by the name of Awaz here, who alights to Crowley, the occultist meant. Humanoid alien gray. They're in charge of hell realms, of the subconscious mind. The demiurge is in charge of the material realm, your physical body. And in part your spiritual, or really astral body, which is close to your physical. And then you got the source that's in control of your spirit body and all of that. So if you have any issues, you go straight to the source. The source is the top person, or to the highest version of God, the demiurge. That's why they call him the Most High. We got connections to God, and then we got the ultimate. I almost thought that was an ankh right there for a split second. Anyways, with that being said, that's why I was having issues with getting my shit back. I've been wearing tiger's eye necklace, a bracelet right here to open up my roadways. I've been wearing Buddhist beads. I'm going to say something right now. That's why I ascribe to the Buddhist way of thinking, to the Eastern way of thinking. I don't fuck with anything unless it's frequency or vibration. And just like a German shaman once taught me, she don't work under a Hekate, which is what I'm supposed to be. She works with her. You don't want to work under something, because that's going to fuck you up. You provide them with offerings, that's it. That's how you're supposed to act with intermediaries that act as intercessions between you and God, like a Baron Samedi, like an Oshun and all of them. You give them offerings and call it a day. With that being said, it pains me to know that he's been working with all the malicious ass, evil ass entities and keeping me under severe spiritual oppression and causing problems if I try to get a reading from somebody. But again, the Arts Goetia has my back. And they've been trying with a lot of effort to help break me free from this shit. So I'm not stuck here. You know, people talk about, oh, you know, you got the freedom to do this, and people blame curses. It's because, like, if you have an addiction issue, that's oftentimes because of a soul contract. You agreed to have entities in you that place all sorts of blockages in your life in which you have to overcome so you can get your shit. A good example would be this guy here. They put somebody else's karma on me, a David Rain, what was his name? Ocala? Dave Ocala or something? Or Orozco. So that I stay under major curses. You know, again, going back to this article right here, Billy Baille, Baron Samedi, wanted my soul like he did when I was a kid, and he wanted it really bad. So he placed me under curses, and these whatchamacallins are proof that he set up a path for me to be under heavy curses, which Hekate, Oshun, and them were trying to save me from. But that guy, he has Alex not see me until around him. But he also had a soul contract with his ancestors who are trying to look for him, who are trying to find him and find where he is. Again, you can use 694 hertz for discernment. To remove curses, 8127 hertz is very, very effective. I'm going to go ahead and play that. But mine's is so complex, shit gets rearranged and everything that, you know, I got to stop playing to this evil shit, you know, because I want my shit to get put back together, but, you know, them motherfuckers had me being used as a machine to put shit on people so that they can give people souls and stuff at one time, and I didn't even know it. He damn near partially turned me into a fucking robot. Now, with that being said, he had my consciousness rearranged, given it to various people and so forth and so on, and basically fucking me up spiritually. You know, he was trying to he was fucking with all sorts of shit that's congruous to me. My inclination for white men, even though he's with Maman Brujet, who is a red-haired white woman, which, you know, I remember spiritually, that was the entity that inadvertently got sicked on her because she was trying to come after my ass. That's what she was talking about when she was talking about the nigger man. Age is Maman Brujet. Now, with that being said, got me feeling lost and everything else. 1532 hertz, 1523 hertz, I mean, could also be used to change timelines, put you into a timeline. So just so you know, as well as 1171 hertz. There was something else I wanted to say, but I totally forgot. But Let me go ahead and sit down because my shoulder is, from working out and all of that, killing me. But anyways, with that being said, because I'm going to go ahead and try to conclude it, this motherfucker set me up not to just to be an ordinary sacrifice, but to have my astral body parts be divested from me every single night. And keep me out that timeline and out my body from what I felt and from what I saw. You know, again, the day after it happened, I noticed something weird. You know, I was staying at a shelter. This is when I first got hit with the curse. I lost my van and everything. I was staying at a shelter in Santa Monica. And they had like a patch of, you know, they had the library around there, and they had like a patch of whatchamacallit. And when I went around there the next day, it totally felt like I almost got lost. I think it was that very night, and I remember somebody else's timelines getting slapped on my body. They're keeping me from being my highest self. That's how they work with this curse. They place themselves as your highest self when I want to be my highest self, and they're blocking me from doing that. That's why they want to get rid of that child consciousness. Anyways, with that being said, there's what I wanted to say. Time for this shit. A lot of times when people have an addiction issue, it's due to a bad soul contract. But anyways, he set me up to be energy astral body harvested for the rest of my motherfucking life. And that's very dehumanizing to have your shit divested from you. Anyways, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do the tarot reading, and I'm going to go ahead and place that first. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start the tarot reading. You know, I'm not going to lie, man. I feel incredibly lost because of this curse. Lost. It's because of Billy Baille, Baron Samedi. I just feel... You know, my connection to God has been instrumental. The arts Goetia have been very, very helpful as much as they can, but I feel like there's just no way out. It feels like a major block with no way out, and I just feel like it's him, you know, who's in charge of my body in the spirit plane. You know, we have entity attachments that comprise our body and keep the process of our body moving. It's soul contracts, you know, it's a lot of shit. And my God, as well as my connection to God, which is through my father, have been trying to do something about it, including the Baphomet, but with no reprieve. You know, he even took a lot of my consciousness, had it reincarnated or permutated by that Dan Areola entity here. It's just a lot of shit. It's a lot. And I feel like you know, I feel like I'm being stuck in a really, really bad timeline. And meanwhile, you got motherfuckers that's striving off of my misery, you know, picking up off my blessings and stealing that and stealing all my shit, when that should be me there, you know, being set up to be fed off of in the astral plane for the rest of my life as a sacrifice, while duly they're on the higher end in a better timeline and doing very, very well. And I was shown as Zendaya, the person who took over my body, going back to August the 22nd, 2022. They made them two people my higher selves, when in fact it should be me who should be my higher self. They were, you know, clinching false deals with their God. It's too much. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and use my third eye to see exactly what's going to happen. You can use 694 hertz, by the way, for discernment. 1523 hertz to change timelines, as well as 1171 hertz, along with 1650 hertz could be used to open up portals. I found that out last night. And I think 1 million plus 1.5 million or something plus 1000 hertz. You know, I'm very interested in breaking all of that shit so that we can become multi-dimensional beings and not just be confined to timelines and be confined to things. I gotta get this shit off, man. I gotta get out this slump. It's a spiritual cause behind it. If I try to do anything, I gotta get this curse off. I gotta do something about what's going on. So anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and use my third eye to see exactly what's gonna happen for us for today. Today's date is October the 24th, 2024. So let me go ahead and use my third eye to see what's going to happen. I've had my fucking third eye taken out of me during this curse and every fucking thing else. This is just evil. Alright, so I see you going down a steep incline, but it's towards something negative. It's going to be something that's going to fail you, and it's going to be something that might fuck you up. So be very careful, but you're going to have tenuous support, like a little bit of support. So I see you going into a safe place. I see I see you getting a lot of support. I see motherfuckers blocking something bad from happening. I'm also sensing past life ancestors, people who have your best interest at heart, coming in to help you out. I see you being blocked from seeing what's going to go on. You can use 694 hertz frequency to be able to break that. You're not being shown the truth, but you can use 694 hertz to do that. I see a way opening for you, but be careful of deception. Be careful of something trying to trip you up and show you the wrong thing. I see a major door being opened, and it's the truth. It's going to be something that's going to be instrumental to helping you out. But again, you know, always be careful. Use discernment. 694 hertz is your friend. Get the fuck away from me, man. These fucking flies. Get the fuck away from me. Yeah, I feel lost. I don't like this feeling, you know. At least when this curse first hit me, I felt like there was a way out. But here, I don't. I actually got this card, the 8 of Cups, the other day. All right. So right here we got the Ace of Wands, and I see you breaking free of something that's been obstructing you. I see a way being created for you to be able to get yourself back together, put yourself back together, uplifted. I see maybe a woman coming your way to help you out. Get the fuck away from me, man. These fucking flies. So anyways, in the present position, we got the Four of Swords. And I feel like it's an ambivalent energy. Like you don't know what's going on. You don't know what to do. So you're just taking a respite and letting your mind figure it out, configure it for you. So right here, we got Judgment. And I feel that with Judgment, that's going to be in your future position. You're going to have somebody that's going to come in and they're going to judge you. It's going to be somebody that's going to provide you with a way out. It's going to be somebody that's going to judge you harshly but fairly. And they're going to be very, very fair. And they're going to help you see the light, and they're going to help lift you up. I feel Billy Baille fucking with me right now as I speak. So right here we got the Ten of Swords, and that's in the subconscious position. That's your goals card. And I feel that you're at a point where you just feel dead tired. You feel you can go no more. You feel dead. You feel stuck. So right here we got the Seven of Wands, and that's that's your goals position. And that's to fight this shit off. But you got to figure out who you're fighting before you start fighting. So right here we got the Lovers. And that's your goals card. This is your subconscious card. This is your advice card. We got the Lovers. And I feel that you should unite with people who may not even have your full best interest at heart, but unite with somebody that, because there's always strength in numbers that can render you help and assistance. I feel like something at your job. So right here, so for the Magician, that's the energy that's all around you. I feel that there's something unseen that's putting a lot of fucking evil shit on you. That's compounding evil shit. Like I was shown, that child was doing her best to help me out. And it was Billy Baille, Baron Samedi, and that angry hybrid motherfucker that was putting all sorts of disastrous shit in my timeline, wanting to keep me stuck in Skid Row and mental hospitals and all sorts of evil ass shit while stealing my blessings and pilfering them. So right here we got the Six of Swords, and I feel that with the Six of Swords being in that position, that represents an energy of because there's something that's blocking me from being able to put myself back together every single fucking night. It's him. We got the Six of Swords. It's him and that Alex Nacimiento motherfucker here. Right here we got the Six of Swords, and that's your fears and your hopes card, and I believe that that's your hope card, which is to get the fuck away from a very disastrous, evil, malignant, malicious situation. So right here, for the outcome, we got the Eight of Cups, and I feel like you're exploring options. I saw in the spirit plane the other day that I was being set up to become a god, but have everybody pilfer off of me, and I'm not going out that way. I don't even believe that that's the way of gods. Having all your timelines, your blessings and all of that be divested from you. I don't like that. So anyways, it's about dark around here. I'm about to get the fuck out of here. Peace. Woo!